Morning, folks. This morning's shave is going to be with Dr. John's and Bonny. You can see the scent profile there going around the edge of the label there. This is the 2-ounce variety. I've already scooped some of the soap out. It's a really soft soap. Smells nice. It is definitely one of those for my liking. The blade I'm going to be using today, this blade here is longer than your normal DE blade. Got my witch hazel, alum block, complete with rubber band. Going to top off the shave with Clubman. This is good stuff here. I like this. As you can kind of tell there. The shaver of the day. Way to start out on a Monday. Good and nervous. That's what that blade looks like. That's a Personna blade. And this was given to me from a friend. See if you can. I've already had a hot towel to the face. Bloom water. I'm going to go ahead and get lathered up and see how far I get into this shave. I think it's kind of odd, at least in a way that for some reason with that blade looking the way it does, I am more nervous about using this razor than I am with others. Got some of the lather whipped up in my bowl here. Walnut and cherry. It's got grooves in the center. Got it whipped up here with the DeLuxe 24mm. I usually whip my lather up a little on the wet side. One of the ingredients, one of the scents is black pepper. I do smell the black pepper. I think there's certain things my nose is more prone to smell than others. This will be my first time using this, and I do have a DE razor sitting on the side, loaded and ready to go, just in case things don't go well. This blade is a little longer than a DE blade, so it's similar to a straight razor in length. So we're going to see how this works. Alright. Try not to be too terribly nervous, but face it, when you got a blade sticking out like that, I don't know, for me it just makes me nervous. So here we go. So far, so good. Yeah, it might be a little quiet from time to time with a with a new razor like this, at least new to me. Over the weekend, I did find another Shavette, if you will, an older one. It's one of those that's got a patent from, is it 1912, 14, somewhere in there. They're a little bit different type of Shavette in that yes, the blades are of course interchangeable, and the blade that's with it is one of the original blades, one that was made for that Shavette, I guess you might say, in that it was made to sharpen and strop. So, but of course that blade is not exactly in the best of shape. I'll look around and make sure, but I'm thinking that they don't make this blade anymore. It's a long one like this one here. It's just a different shape. The toe has been rounded, and the heel, I guess you might say, remains square. I have to say, so far this blade's holding up pretty decent. Usually on with the green pass they don't do too bad, but on against the grain is where you can kind of tell where the blade's at in the way of sharpness and smoothness. I think so far the shape's going pretty good. Don't have a nick. I'm not bleeding. I am removing hair, so it can't be too bad, huh? I'll be using this razor, or did I get myself? Oh no, I bet you that might have been a pimple. If I remember right, yeah, I had one down there. Noticed it yesterday. Guess it won't be there much longer, will it? Right there. It'll get taken care of. I don't know how many of you watched the game last night. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan, so kind of sort of interested in it just in the football sense, but really wasn't all that interested on who was going to win or lose. If anybody I was rooting for, I guess you might say, might have been the Falcons. So it was what, going into the fourth quarter, it looked like the Falcons had the game wrapped up. I think they were leading by, what was it, 25 points or whatever. So I was watching over at my parents' house, so I went ahead and left. Thought this game's, it's done. And yeah, I've come to find out the game went in overtime and the Falcons lost. Because up to that point, it just looked like that the Patriots just were not going to be able to come back. They did come back, you know, late in the third quarter. They scored a touchdown. They did run quite a bit of time off the clock, which kind of gave me that impression that they just, you know, just a little bit late in the game to be trying to, you know, mount that kind of drive and be consistent and defense holding the Falcons' offense and so on and so forth. So I just kind of thought the game was done. So I guess you might say the fourth quarter and the overtime was the more exciting part of the game. I missed it. Maybe next year Chiefs will make it. Alright. Pass number 2 against the green. There is some feedback using this blade. It's not echoing, I guess, if you want to put it that way. I guess I should point out, if you didn't notice before, there's that little knob there. You push it forward and it slides that blade out. And so far I haven't noticed it getting in the way either. Yeah, feels pretty good. Kind of surprised how well the blade's doing. Keep in mind that blade is sticking out quite a ways. It's a thicker blade, but it's still sticking out quite a ways, and how can you say, not a whole lot of support to hold it firm, I guess you might say. In other words, vibrating or something of the sort. I am one of those guys that I have a dominant hand, right-handed, and I do not trust that left hand with a sharp object next to my face. Not quite there yet. I'll be trying to switch hands. Just don't think I have it in me yet to be attempting something like that. I have to say this shave did go a whole lot better than what I expected. It went a whole lot better than what I expected. It was pretty easy down here on my neck. It seemed like I was able to get through that part of the shave. Every once in a while, I have to work at an angle, not straight in line with the folds of my neck here. Let's see what the rinse some of this off and see if I can. Sometimes it doesn't. It's not every shave. It seems like about every other shave, I might have to do a across the green pass on the cheeks. And these feel pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, pretty smooth. If anything, it's kind of fun switching up from time to time with different shavers. That's the reason why I like on Saturday I'll shave with a single edge, and on Sunday with a double edge, and throughout the week I'm shaving with a usually with a Shavette. I have been thinking might attempt to strop my straight razor. That's where I really struggle, is the stropping of a straight razor. It's not necessarily shaving with the straight razor. It's the stropping is where I really run into issues. There's a spot right there that's not uncommon for me to catch from time to time. It's a little bump that's rather persistent. Go ahead and unblock. Well, in my opinion, this is not the first try with a Dr. John soap, and the soap is nice. Really like the scent. I like bay rum. Just a little bit of stinging, just a little bit. Just a tiny bit, not a whole lot. I didn't even get any stinging right there. Kind of surprising. This is a good shave. Guess you might say there might be two things that really come into play. Is the blade did rather well, and the soap provided the slickness and the cushion that I needed to get a smooth, comfortable shave. Still working on this bottle. Don't have a whole lot left in it. Very nice post aftershave. I mean, yeah, the post shave is. My skin doesn't feel dried out, in other words. Sometimes I can get a pretty good shave, but on the other hand, my face doesn't feels like it's dry. I need to put something on it. It's not the case with this. And Virgin Island bay rum. Even with the alcohol, not a whole lot of stinging. I love this stuff. Of all the things I never got introduced to when I was younger. I guess it was a good thing, otherwise I might have taken a bath with it. To me this is one of my favorite scents. It's not real expensive. It's inexpensive, in other words. Virgin Island Bay Rum. Just awesome stuff. I love this scent. It's kind of runned it against for everybody else that once I tried this, I really haven't been too eager to try anybody else's Bay Rum. Go back over what all I shaved with today. Whipped it up in my distinctive goat walnut and cherry bowl with grooves in it. It was whipped up with the DeLuxe 24mm synthetic knot. Still got plenty of lather left. There's still plenty in here. Do another whole nother shave. Just a fantastic scent, at least for me and a bay rum. Shave of the day. Went better than expected. Yeah, there's the name up there. That's all the scales look like. Nothing fancy. Outside it does shine. And if it helps any, also there's a little bit of help in the way of getting a good grip on the Shavette. It's I have seen others that are I guess you might say designed a little bit better, but that was probably designed for a particular price point. You know what I'm trying to say there? In other words, they're working around all of it. And there's the blade there. If it helps any, I have a box here. So here's Personna, and there's your feather. So you can kind of tell the difference just in the box alone, what kind of difference we're looking at in length. And it's not a whole lot, you know, just to look at it, you can tell the difference in between them, but it's quite a bit different when you're trying to shave with it. It makes quite a bit of a difference. So I'm going to use this blade. I'm going to try to see how far I can go with one of these, and follow my post. I'll shave again probably Wednesday or Thursday with it and see how the blade goes. Got a strop. It suggested maybe even stropping this thing from time to time. I might give that a try, and we'll see how this goes. Everybody stay safe and smooth shaves.